YouTube, and over the next 30 minutes or so, it's going to be an unofficial pre-match build-up of Manchester United versus Brighton, which is today in the Premier League. So we'll see if Ben is he's already here. Well, definitely knows how to get here on time. Okay. So yeah, guys, we're on YouTube and we're on YouNow. Lightning Ball on YouTube. On.
How are you, Will?
Hey, I'm good, thank you, Ben. So another game, eh?
Yeah. City demolished Huddersfield.
Yes, well, I think Huddersfield will be going down, I think, this season. I know it's early, but I would make them my favourites along with Cardiff to go down. I can't quite figure out who will be the third to go down, but
I think Cardiff, Southampton, and
you think Southampton? You'll think that
and Huddersfield.
Oh, wow, okay. So, as ever, let's see the starting lineup for today's game for United. So we have
Have
David
you
De Gea
already
in goal.
seen it?
So, we have David De Gea in goal. We have the returning Ashley Young at right back. Thank goodness Matteo Darmian is nowhere to be seen. He's not even on the bench. Yes! Goodbye, and never play for Manchester United again because you are atrocious.
Come on!
Yes, no, Darmian. Oh, good. We could have a party, we could, but we're not. Anyway.
Get the jelly and ice cream.
I just do not like Darmian. No one likes Darmian, actually.
Have you seen no Sanchez in the squad?
Yes, Sanchez is injured according to Mourinho. So anyway, before I went on that little thing, so we got Lindelof and Bailly. So Victor Lindelof and Eric Bailly is the two centre backs. Luke Shaw, well, it would have been mad to drop Shaw because he does need a consistent run of games. And against Leicester, he looked energetic, fast, and he put in a good performance, he did, and the goal to top it all off.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, and then in midfield, we've got Fred, who looked absolutely brilliant and hopefully can put in a good performance. We've got Andres Pereira, who's solid. Don't think he's anything that special yet, Pereira, but we'll see. He's a young one, so he's developing.
He's got quite a wide head on his shoulders for a young midfield.
Yes, he's very, very physical, isn't he, I think?
Yeah.
Pereira. And we've got Paul Pogba as captain. Then we've got Juan Mata, Romelu Lukaku, and Anthony Martial, who's in there.
That is the one I'm most excited about seeing start. Because it feels like us as United fans, we haven't seen him play for months.
No.
And I know this is the pre-match build-up for the game, for the United game, but it's something we haven't spoke about yet. And what did you think of the Arsenal-Chelsea game?
Well, I saw a bit on Match of the Day, and I listened to it on 5 Live, and it seemed quite an interesting game, didn't it? Because we all thought Arsenal were going to get slaughtered, but they didn't in the end. It was just, it nearly was very close to being a draw. So, do you think Arsenal, is that encouraging for you? I know you're not an Arsenal fan, but
if I was an Arsenal fan, offensively, I would be very encouraged, but this has always been their problem, the defence.
Yeah, the defence. Because when they had Sanchez, they could score goals because Sanchez was brilliant from them. The defence is a major problem. There was a tweet on Twitter saying, Bellerin, please leave Arsenal. He can't defend. Sell him to Barca, please. So,
So, and also, with the chances that they missed 3 cracking chances, Aubameyang, Iwobi and Mkhitaryan. So, arguably, they might have even won that game if they took their chances.
Yes. However, I've just realised here, yes, while it is good that there's no Darmian on the bench, what happens if Young gets injured then, for
Then
right back?
I would play Lindelof at right back and bring Smalling on.
Yes.
Put
I
Smalling
would
at right back.
Phil Jones instead of Smalling, because if Lindelof did come at right back, we know that Bailly and Jones formed a pretty good partnership, so I would have brought Jones on instead of
like
Smalling.
as we were saying last week on the Friday night broadcast, our first game of the season, we haven't like formed a proper centre-back pairing, and I really hope it can be Bailly and Lindelof.
Yes, we really hope that they can successfully step into the shoes of Vidic and Ferdinand and Roy Keane and all those players. And maybe Bailly could be a future captain, maybe. He does show really good leadership, he does.
Yeah, he does. I reckon he'll be in the running for captain in a few years. Like Pogba and Bailly, Herrera would be another good one as captain.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be interesting, isn't it? Because at the moment we've got Valencia as captain. So I reckon, though, Young would be probably get.
Yeah. De Gea's had the captaincy quite a few times as well.
Yeah.
But today, even though it's the second game of the season, we really need to win.
Yeah, and here's a tweet here saying, I'm very happy to see that Bailly and Lindelof partnership still together, as well as Luke Shaw being kept in the team to build on his good start last. So, yeah, that's
I completely agree with that.
Yes, definitely.
And also, going back to people like Pereira, when like Herrera's fully fit, I don't think he'll start particularly. But with Pereira, having a coach like Carrick to help him.
Yeah, and they've also got Kieran McKenna, who is promoted from the under-18s, so...
Yeah.
I actually think that really does help, because if you have McKenna there, that means he's worked with some of the youngsters, so he can work on really bringing the youngsters through. So it's a really good appointment, putting him and Carrick, promoting them into first-team coaches. And... So, what were you saying about Pereira?
I was saying that once Herrera's fully fit or Lingard, I don't think he'll start.
Yeah, Pereira for me, I haven't seen anything that particularly... Obviously, it's just one match, but I don't think he's going to be the best in the world, probably.
No, he won't be the best but what I will say about him is that I think if he gets a good run of games, as United fans, we haven't seen him enough, because the last 2 seasons he's been on loan in Spain. But
yes, because he went to Granada and joined Tony Adams, and then he went to Valencia, I think.
Yeah, it was. And I think if he can get a good run of games, then we might see the best of him.
Yeah. Well, I think I do think Pereira will come off the bench lots, though, because Mourinho obviously does like him, because he wanted him to stay rather than go on loan, and apparently he just wasn't very happy with him. But I'd like to. I hope McTominay plays more.
Yeah.
This season.
It was an interesting one. This, what I'm about to say, because I watched a few pre-season games, and in pre-season, Mourinho was playing a back three with McTominay on the right-hand side of the back three. Now, we all know he's tall, he's quite physical, he's got a decent range of passing, maybe not as good as someone like Pogba or Scholes, but I think that maybe in the future, with seeing that, and he made some good tackles, that he could be converted to a centre-back.
See, if I was Mourinho, I don't think they should have given Fellaini a new contract, because they have McTominay, a physical. And to be honest, Mourinho, I think, relies on Fellaini too much often. Look, I understand why he brings him on. But as soon as he brought him on at the Leicester game, they scored. So maybe that's a lesson to bring. Yeah. If you're going to make a change, make an attacking one, just to see the game out. Yes, all right, bring Fellaini on for the very last few minutes, and I mean very, very last few minutes, because that has just shown that I think that Fellaini shouldn't have to come on.
Yeah, like, if I was manager, like you said, I wouldn't have given him a new contract myself, but then on the flip side, he's quite useful. And we saw in the World Cup, he had a fairly good World Cup.
He was good for Belgium. He was causing England loads of problems. He was in that midfield, along with
Tielemans, I think.
Yeah, yes, he looks like he could be a future superstar. He does.
Yeah.
He's quite young. So what's your reaction to the lineup, Ben? Do you think that's a good, not changing too much, just 3 changes?
I think it's 3 changes for the better, to be honest.
It is, because Darmian could have cost us that game, but Leicester could have scored. It could have been 2-2. It could have.
Yeah, mate. Like, obviously Sanchez is injured, says Mourinho. So that's why Martial got the start, I'm guessing. But this is a real chance for Martial, isn't it?
It is. And the thing is, we've all seen it. Martial does have the talent. It's just he can't deliver consistency, and whenever he doesn't have a good game, he just seems to sulk and drop off. It's so frustrating, but hopefully I'm proved wrong, because we all remember United fans when United were playing Liverpool for the second time. They were at Old Trafford, and Marcus Rashford scored those 2 goals, and he performed. That was Rashford's best performance in a United shirt.
Yeah. It was.
I mean, Midtjylland in the Europa League was okay, but that game against Liverpool for Rashford meant more as a United fan.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, so Mourinho has said a bit more about Sanchez. So he says Alexis was going to play, but he had a little problem, so he had to decide to give an opportunity to another attacking player. So I guess that would be Anthony Martial. And he said, and he's explained more of his team's selection. We knew Anthony well, and you can always expect good things from him. Well, yes. Maybe that's just his attitude, I'm not quite sure. Anyway, he can find that stability that makes the right players. We try to help him, and he is working well. Alexis was going to play, but he had a little problem, so we had to decide the opt for one attacking player. Jesse is the one that is late on his preparation. He had a small injury when he started last week. He was not started last week. Marcus is obviously an important option to play on the left, but we believe Lukaku cannot play 90 minutes. No, he won't be playing 90 minutes because he won't be fit enough. So he said start with one striker and one on the left. So the decision was to protect Marcus for that situation to play later and give Martial the opportunity to play.
Yeah, I'm excited to see Martial back.
Yes, and another question I have to ask Ben. So, people on the bench, who would you bring on for which players?
Well, obviously you said Lukaku isn't going to play 90 minutes, I think, so I would bring on either Rashford for him or Lukaku, and Rashford or Lingard, and change it a bit, maybe put Martial up front or something.
Well, I agree with that. My second change would also be, I'll ask you what your other changes would be. I would bring Herrera on for Fred, because I don't think Fred would play the whole. He's not played 90 minutes yet, so you'll still be getting used to it, so he'll probably come off.
Yeah.
Around the 67th minute or something, so I'd bring Herrera on in for them. And I think the final change would be maybe McTominay for Pereira, maybe?
Yeah, it just also it depends on how the game's going on.
It does, because if it defensively we're not very good, then obviously you might want to bring either Lindelof or Bailly or even Shaw on, and then, well, he'd have to maybe put. Actually, I've seen if Shaw. Let's hope he doesn't have an atrocious performance or, heaven forbid, get injured. But if that does happen, which would be very frustrating because given Shaw's injury record, but I'd put Young on, switch Young to the left, put Lindelof onto the. Oh no, but then you'd have to bring. Well, actually, McTominay can play as a central defender. Did you know that?
Yeah.
And did you say that McTominay played in a back three defence in pre-season?
Yeah, and he looked good. He looked good. He's obviously tall, as we know. He was winning headers. He was winning tackles. Yeah, so we did well. And obviously he's got a good range of passing. So maybe in the future, that's a position he maybe could play.
Yeah, because I haven't seen McTominay as in defence yet, so I would like him. If, for example, if Lindelof or Bailly were not doing very well, or Shaw, and if you put Young to the left, Lindelof to the right, and then maybe bring McTominay on and put him alongside Bailly, maybe.
Yeah.
And you said he looked good in a three-man defence, so maybe it could be Lindelof, Bailly and McTominay in the future if they play a three-man defence. Apparently Phil Jones hasn't done very well in a three-man defence, and Smalling hasn't, and Rojo hasn't. That's
I
why
don't
I
know
want
what
a new central defender.
Go on, sorry, man. I don't know what McTominay would be like in a back four, because I only saw him in the back three. So.
Oh, right. Well, it'd be interesting. I like I say, I haven't seen him. So my three subs would be Rashford on for Lukaku. I don't want to take Martial and Rashford off. Martial off and put Rashford on because I want to see them together. I remember. Oh, I don't know what game they played together, but they were absolutely brilliant. No, I can't remember it, but they were brilliant when they came on together. So I would bring Rashford on for Lukaku. I would bring Ander Herrera as my second change, so that would be on for Fred, and then I would bring on. Well, maybe I would bring Fellaini on to. No, I think I would actually bring McTominay on for Pereira. That'd be the final change. Yeah, Rashford, Herrera, and McTominay. That would be the people to come off the bench for me. So what about you, Ben? Who to come off the bench?
Lukaku, Rashford for Lukaku.
Yeah.
I'd bring Herrera on, maybe for Fred or Pereira, and then I don't know who else. I would maybe just leave it at 2 subs, and depending how the game's going, I would put 3 on.
Yeah, maybe, but obviously we will. Lukaku won't complete 90 minutes, so we will know he will sub off Lukaku for Rashford.
And also, are we doing it for tomorrow's game or not?
Tomorrow's game is Liverpool v Crystal Palace. Probably not, because I'm just thinking the big games, like the big teams, and then like United beat Liverpool, for example, and United games, so probably not tomorrow.
Yeah. I just wondered that, so right.
If that's all right.
Yeah, that's fine.
And also, another thing I wanted to ask you, Ben, is Paul Pogba as captain. What do you think of that?
I think I think that's a good decision, to be honest. Like,
okay.
We saw last Friday night he was captain and he played brilliant. So I think that could be a good decision. What do you think?
I'm not sure. Pogba is so frustrating. Look, he came back from his holiday, literally nearly days before the first game, and he should have come back way earlier.
Yeah. Well, that's just some players' preference, I suppose.
Yeah.
But I suppose I'd come back early.
And so yes, you're happy with the lineup. I'm happy with the lineup. I think it's a very
I love in the lineup.
Yeah. Now, obviously, I know January is a few months away, but would you sell Marcus Rojo in January? Would you?
Well, there has been links, and I do think we need some reinforcements. So yes.
To be honest, Rojo, I think, he's rather average when he plays, and his knee injury, I don't think he'll probably be back to his best, really. So I would sell him, and I would also sell. I think he'd be the only major departure. Oh, also another question I wanted to ask you, Ben. So, first choice midfield would for me be Fred, Pogba, Matic, and my second choice would be McTominay, Pereira, and Herrera. Who would be your first choice midfield, and who would be your second choice midfield?
First choice, probably Pogba, Fred and Matic, like you said.
Yeah?
Or Pogba. And then second choice would be Pereira and McTominay, I think, like you said. So, yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. So you agree with me on that? Yeah, I'm hoping but McTominay seems to be good. McTominay does seem to be a good one for the future. He's Fellaini's successor, I think. That's why we don't need Fellaini now. Obviously, Moyes didn't have a physical midfielder who was tall, and so that's why he bought Fellaini. I understand that. Neither did Van Gaal. But now Mourinho has McTominay in the team. There is no need for Fellaini. His job is done as far as I'm concerned. And I think McTominay brings something that Fellaini doesn't. McTominay tends to bring the attacking side, he does. He's much more energetic than Fellaini.
Yeah. Anyway, well, the teams are out, and they're doing the lineup, so I'll speak to you whenever we do one again.
Alright, yep. Oh, and Ben, just before you go, what's your prediction today?
I'm gonna say 2-0 United.
2-0 United? Okay, and I'm gonna go, I think it's gonna be 4-0 United, I think.
4-0 United.
I just think we'll be too strong for Brighton. I think the midfield will be causing them so many problems, and yeah, that's my prediction.
Yeah, that's a good prediction. Anyway, see you later, Will.
Alright, see you later, Ben. Bye-bye.
Yeah, bye.
Bye, mate. Cheers. Thanks.
Cheers. Yeah.
And that's him gone. Well, thank you very much, Ben. Right, guys. Well, that's it. We'll be back. I think we'll be back on Friday. Well, whenever United next play. Let me just check now. Let's see what United's next. Next weekend in the Premier League. Have we got any big games? And if we have, then okay. So we got Arsenal beat West Ham. That's a derby. Is that really a big game? Not sure. Oh, United beat Tottenham. Okay. Oh dear. Oh, that's going to be a tricky game. Well, anyway, guys. Oh, we're at home. Oh, I'm not sure then. Okay, well, anyway, guys. Okay, me and Ben will be back on Monday with United v Tottenham pre-match build-up. And, yep, so we shall see you Monday at... Darn it, I just closed the tab. Bother. Okay. Sorry. Right. Oh, okay. 8 o'clock is kickoff, so we shall start at 7:30. So we shall see you 7:30 on Monday on YouNow and YouTube. Alright, guys. See you then. Bye-bye, and thanks for watching. Bye.